So Bruna, we're gonna walk back to Mia and Shay, who were the exhibit designers, and we can have a back and forth between designer and exhibit people. So if you don't mind leading us back there,
Sure.
since your piece is the opener.
Welcome to the gallery.
Nice. So who do we have here? I think I'll introduce. This is Shay, and this is, there we go. I'm going to be in the video for once at least. So, this is Shay and Mia, who are the exhibition designers.
Yes, we do. Two or three. Shout outs to Alex, whatever his last name is.
I think I can always put that in.
Yes.
So, I was speaking to Bruna about how she came up with the concept of coming up with the headphones. And I'd like to ask you guys, what was some of the collaboration between the two of you and Alex, who's absent right now, in getting this show going?
Well, it was a real collaborative process with brainstorming and bouncing ideas off of one another. And with the celebration of hip hop turning 50 years old, hip hop was born in New York City, so what a great opportunity to be one of the most iconic schools in New York City, celebrating something that has such a worldwide reach. Hip hop influences Haitian culture, whereas where my grandparents are from, it influences cultures all around the world. China, where I was in Italy and they're singing hip hop songs in the middle of the street, word for word, but if you say hello to them, they say,
They don't speak.
They don't even
Right.
So hip hop just has that reach. So we discussed a lot on how to best represent our fellow peers and their ideas, and how to bring hip hop on the outside and how to shimmy it on the inside.
Yeah, a lot of collaboration with the other departments as well come into play. With ours being in the back gallery, we had to somehow tie it in with the front gallery. And while they had the idea of subway cards and just the symbolism of subways in general in New York City, we're tying in the idea of subway lines, or train lines, the A, C, F, L, all that. So we took that, carried it from the main gallery into the back gallery with, as you can see around, if you want to pan, all of the colored vinyl tape on the floors, walls, represent the subway lines, blue being the ACE, green being the other one. I know, the 6, the 4, 5, 6. So we're doing that in terms
As a way of wayfinding.
As a way of wayfinding. Again, tying in our major interior design. And then really our classmates with the furniture design aspect. I think that's what really ties in the hip hop and in New York City concept into the space.
Right. And we will be going to each individual artist student and having them interviewed. So for those of you watching, there's going to be more continuity. But I want to give a shout out to Eric Daniels for making this stoop. And it's tagging. Hopefully this school will remain as a testament to the interior design students. So thank you.
Yeah, the stoop, the concept of the stoop and the door comes from the, brownstone?
Yes, one of the iconic pieces of architecture in New York City. So many of these brownstones back in the day used to be riddled with individuals that you would not want to find in your home. And now today, these very same pieces of architecture that people couldn't give away back in the 80s and 90s are now going for millions of dollars. So you even see the transformation and its relation to hip hop, and how hip hop went from being so underground back then to being so prevalent and mainstream now. It's very synonymous with what this streetscape installation is trying to illustrate.
And to add on to what Shay said, every time I have international friends, whether they're from Germany or France, whenever they see the stoop, they're like, oh my God, I'm in New York. So it's like this symbol, really, that if you're from New York, you don't think of it as much, but people see it in movies, on TV, and so it's really an icon.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
So anyway, thank you so much for taking time out of your class. I know I grabbed you out of class. Snatched this, but I did sell too. But I was very happy to actually work with Eric on this, and we did a mock-up, and it went well. And hopefully, all the pictures that we took are going to become, part of this historical moment. And shout out to Bruna De Silva for shooting
For
this.
filming.
Oh, yeah? You're from Brazil?
Yeah, I am.
Oh my God. I don't know anything in Portuguese.
Obrigado.
To be continued.
We have that on film.
And cut. All right.